All right, what's up guys? Derek here from Simnett Nutrition. So if you guys like building things and you like handstands, this is the video for you. I'm gonna start doing it at the start of my videos because everyone seems to have like a cool intro to their video. It's like, hey, I'm Angie, I'm Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan. Or a new guy I've been watching, Bobby, Bobby's Perspective, I think. He's raw vegan, he's awesome, he's got a great physique, and he goes, my name is Bobby and this is my vegan perspective. And he's a super cool guy, and I love like all these intros because I just wait to hear, you know, the setting that they're going to be in and what they're going to say. So this is my new one. I'm going to say two things that the video is about, and then I'm going to say this is the video for you, or you're going to like this video, or whatever comes to mind. So if you like building things and handstands, this video is for you. So I'm out here in the garage today. You guys probably recognize the car back there from my previous video on that Ty Lopez parody that I did, and that was pretty fun. But today I'm going to be making handstand canes. So I got all the things that I need to make it for Christmas, and basically it's just some really smooth wooden blocks that have been sanded. We have a big base here that you can see as well. These pieces are just plumbing pieces that you can find at any hardware store, and then you have this that goes in there. Obviously I'll show you how it all goes together before we start building it. That goes on there, that goes on there, the block goes on top, and then you do handstands on that. So you probably see people in the circus and whatnot have really tall ones, and hopefully I'll get there one day. But we decided, for my safety and for the longevity of this channel, it's best if I start with probably what are these, 6-inch posts. So as I grow and progress at this, you guys will see me using longer ones, but this is what I'm using now. So let's not make it too long of a video. I do like to ramble on. So what you have to do is you have to figure out how far apart you want these. After reading online, a lot of people say don't space them too far apart, because a proper handstand is really when they said your arms, your shoulders are sort of almost touching or just touching your ears. And it makes your hands actually really close together if you think about how close that will be. So a lot of sources said 9 inches, some said 10, some said 11 and 12. Obviously it's going to depend on how wide your shoulders are. I'm not that big of a guy, so I'm going to guess mine are going to be somewhere around 10 inches. But I'm going to put it against a wall, and I'm going to see how far apart it feels comfortable, and then I'm going to measure it, and then we're going to put them on here. Alright, so there's a nice flat wall right here. I'm going to put the camera down. I'll do a handstand. We'll see how far apart my hands should be. Shoes off, because it's not my wall. So I've got a tape measure here. It's a little snail. It's actually kind of cool. It's not working very well. There it is. But you can see it's pretty damn cute. I like it. I'll try with them 10 inches apart, and I'll just see from there how it feels. So obviously I'm going to be measuring from the center on this. Wow, and that's that right there. Seems really close, doesn't it? But let's try it out. Felt pretty good. It felt pretty damn close, but this is what's recommended, so I'll try it. I might try and space it out just another inch, so it's 11 inches, and I will see how that feels. It doesn't feel much different. So I don't want to go much wider than 11 inches, so whatever, we'll split the difference. I'll go with like 10 and a half, let's say. All right, so we're gonna want to find center on this, obviously, because we want it to be centered. So this is 24 inches, so right in the middle here is 12. Measure this way as well. First try. To get it 10 and a half inches span, we'll want to go 5 1/4 inches out from one side, 5 1/4 from the other. So I think the best thing probably to do would be to drill these completely out and put bolts in from the bottom, and kind of countersink 4 holes here for one and 4 holes here, so that the bolts lay flat. But I'm not going to do it that way because I want to get using this thing, and I'm just going to screw it right into this. And if it rips out, then it doesn't matter anyways, because then I have pilot holes to drill it right through anyways, and then I'll just bolt it in. But the idea for me at first is not to be putting too much pressure side to side. I can't do like crazy one-armed handstands or anything, so it's going to be pretty simple sort of handstand practice for me. However, with these blocks, because we'll be screwing it in fairly close to the edge, and this is really nice wood, we don't want it to split because it's such a small piece of wood. So I will drill these a little bit first. So I think you probably could measure this to make sure it's exactly in the center, but it's such a small piece of wood that it's really easy to eyeball within a few sort of, you know, fractions of an inch. So we'll just go for it. Let's bring the camera a little closer for the action. So you want to choose the side that's kind of the ugliest to put on the bottom. So that's the side you'll be drilling into, and I've picked that out there. And we will just put this on as a little template. Looks good there. And then same for the other one. Okay, so like, is any job simple? No, it never is. Let me show you guys what I'm working with here in the dilemma. So with these blocks, I want to drill in through here, and then I want the screw to go in so far that it doesn't go all the way through. Perfect. That's gonna work. So I've managed to find enough of those. They're kind of mismatched, but it's gonna work. With this piece here, we're not working with too much wood. I think this is like 3/4 inch plywood. So a lot of the screws are too big, and they're gonna go right through that. So the only ones we have are these like pinner screws. Like, I don't even know what you would use these for, but we will try it. I don't think it's ideal. They're not gonna go very far in there. You can see, just gonna catch a bit of the wood, but hopefully with 4 of those guys in, it'll work. So we are gonna see. But first, I gotta drill these out, and I'm gonna show you guys a cool little tip, a pro tip here. Let me put the camera down. Struggling here with this little tripod-y thing. So when I put this into there, right, and you're drilling in, you don't wanna go too deep. You don't wanna go right through it, because then this beautiful top is gonna have a hole in it. So what you do is you just kinda make note here of how deep you want it to go with your fingers. So we don't want it going any further than that for sure. Actually, let's take it back just a little bit. We want it to go about that deep. So rather than just eyeballing it and just boom, probably blasting right through it. So what I will do, I'll put a piece of tape right there, and that way we won't go too far. Pretty cool. Don't forget to stop and have a water break. This is a full liter bottle, and I try and drink at least 2 of these a day. I aim for 3. Usually I only get through about 2.5. But it's a really good way to judge your water. Of course, use glass when you can. All right, let's keep going. Actually gonna flip this over to the other side, just in case I do go through, but I won't because we have the trusty tape on there. All right, Derek, don't mess this part up. All right, so nice and straight up and down. Does that look straight? I don't know, hopefully. Just tap it in. All right. There we go. There's one done. Let's do the rest. So now I'll just screw this into this, this into this, and put it all together, and we'll be handstanding before noon. Let's see how this goes. Where are my screws? So why would you want handstand kings like this? I guess I should address that. So if you guys have ever tried to do handstands on the ground with your fingers totally flat, it takes a good amount of wrist flexibility to be able to do that. And if you try it with your hands kind of over the edge of a table or a desk or something, you notice that just the act of having your hands curl around something, it puts a lot less strain on your wrist. So that's one of the reasons why they do it. And then of course, once it's lifted into the air, you can practice different sort of styles of getting into the handstand. You could also probably do L-sits and a few things like that. So I'm excited because my handstand needs a lot of work, and I'm just really excited to get stronger on this. And I'll be able to take this to a park. I'll be able to take it with me if I go traveling, because you can see it just basically breaks down into all these parts that we have here, and that'll take up no room in the car. I mean, maybe if I'm taking a plane, I won't be taking these, but who knows? Anyways, let's move on. So flip it over to the side that we measured on before. We're getting close, guys. This is exciting. So I'll use these really tiny screws that I found. These I can almost guarantee will rip out pretty quickly, but it's just the first trial, and I might even decide I want to make these wider or narrower, so this is a good little test. Oh my gosh, there's not a lot of threads holding it on, but I think it'll be good enough to at least try and see, and then I'll pick up some longer screws at the hardware store. And once this is all done, I might stain the wood so it looks really nice. I could even paint it, who knows, but probably stain it because it's such nice wood. There we are. Let's screw these on. Oops. There we go. And I've seen different ways of putting these. I've seen some people put them lengthwise like this, but most of the gymnasts that I see actually put it across the palm this way. So that's definitely going to be the way that I try it first. All right, wait. Stop right there, Derek. I was wrong. It's actually this way that you want the blocks to go. And apparently I didn't do quite enough research. I just listened to one girl, and she was actually a gymnast, and she was incredible. So I figured that she was telling me the straight truth. I'm sure there's maybe benefits to having them both ways, but this is what I have kind of learned to be the proper way. So your hands kind of sit on them like that, and you can grip them really nicely. Anyways, back to the video. Make sure you don't strip the threads. Oh, cool, look at that. Wow, this is amazing. I wanted these for so long. This is so cool. Thank you very much to my girlfriend and her dad who put this together. Wow, this is awesome. So what do you think? Shall we try it out? Let's clear the tools out of the way, and I'll give it a go. Oh man. All right, let's get the camera into position. Get this out of the way. Oh my god. What is in here? Why is this so heavy? Oh god. First handstand on the handstand blocks. Move the camera a little higher. Ooh. Ah, not easy. Whoa! This one needs another little turn to get it a bit stronger. There we go. Sweatshirt off. Awesome. So, locked into one, not too bad. I had a workout earlier, so I'm a bit tired. But that's it. So, I'm gonna have some fun and see what else I can do on it. I have a lot of strength I have to build. Man, it's not easy. All right, let's see if I can stick a handstand or two. I just had a workout about an hour and a half or 2 hours ago, so I'm a little bit tired, but it was a pull day, so I wasn't using many of my push muscles, and I didn't do any handstands, so hopefully that works to my advantage, but I do feel a little bit drained, so we'll see how it goes. So I definitely don't want to fall that way, so that's why you'll see me falling this way every time. Oh my god, it is so hard, holy. So eventually I'd like to be able to ease into a handstand rather than having to kick up into them like I am now, but one step at a time. As you guys can see, I have a long way to go. So I think it's probably the shirt actually weighing me down and throwing off my balance. And I probably need a screenshot for the video too. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just figured out like a bit of a goal that I want to try and get. So it's from going like sort of like this position where you're holding it like that, keeping the feet up, and then press up into a handstand. And I just tried a few because I thought it'd be cool and get that for the video, but I couldn't do it. So I'm going to try and get that in the next few months. With a little bit of practice, I should be able to get it. Try one more. It feels as awkward as it looks. Just not enough strength. I have so much respect for like gymnasts and people that are in the circus, like that do this hand balancing. Anybody that does hand balancing, it's unbelievably hard. Incredible. So it's hard. Watch for some improvements coming from me. I think I can only improve from here. I am not very good at doing handstands. I seem to do them okay on like parallel bars, but again, I use my wrists a lot to balance, so I definitely have something to work on. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you have any tips for me, put them in the comments down below. I know I have stuff to work on.